Yeah, so for today, I'm gonna be talking about Link. Well, I'm gonna showcase some Link tech, talk about him. I think Link is really good. I think he actually has a lot of potential. And it's funny because I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, you know, Link's a really good character. It's definitely a character that I feel like I've undervalued. Like, honestly, in terms of potential, I think he's probably the best Link at the moment. That's my opinion. He's pretty insane. Like, he has a really strong out of shield option with his up B. His bomb is also ridiculous because he can do an infinite with his bomb. I mean, come on, that's insane. Well, I guess the infinite doesn't work on Shulk, but nothing really works on Shulk. But yeah, either way, really good hitboxes. He has an infinite. It's crazy. He's really good. And I'm gonna show you guys the infinite because some of you guys may not even know he had an infinite. The video I'm gonna show you was made by Gimmer. There's gonna be another video I'm gonna show you, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this one was made by Gimmer. I mean, you guys should already know Gimmer makes really good stuff. You should definitely subscribe to him if you're not already. But yeah, let's get into it.
What is up, guys? Gimmer the video game scientist from VG Bootcamp here, and this is Link's Bomb Drop Infinite.
And he can do that too. So really quick, let me tell you why that is so good. There's two reasons why that's really good. Obviously, it's an infinite, so I mean, any infinite's just incredible. This is old, by the way. This is very old. Infinite, so already ridiculous, because you hit someone with that and they're automatically dead. The other thing is that was from an out of shield option. That was from footstool, which I want to say optimally a footstool is like frame 4. It's probably like frame 5 or frame 6, somewhere around there. But yeah, that's a really fast out of shield option or out of shield punish on an aerial. So if your opponent unsafely lands an aerial on your shield and you have a bomb as a Link and you do that, they're dead. They're just gone at any percent.
This video was inspired by Rays_SSB on Twitter. Bless him for showing the world that this exists. Go follow him on Twitter right now. Before we get started, I want to talk about GimmersLab.com. I'm trying to make a resource that makes it easier to get.
I'm skipping this. All right, anyways.
Well, this loop has two parts. The footstool loop and the back air forward air loop. All revolved around Link Z-dropping his bomb. And just to be clear, this technically isn't an infinite for two reasons. One, the bomb blows up after about 30 seconds. And two, the footstool loop causes the opponent to slowly slide back towards the ledge. This is fine though, because it should always lead to a kill if executed perfectly. First thing we need to talk about is Link's bomb mechanics. It has set hit stun that goes up the higher your opponent's percentages. Here's a chart that shows the basics. It does around 13 frames of hit stun at 0% and 22 frames of hit stun around 105%.
So it's even easier at high
19
percents.
and 20 frames at 60, 70, and 80% respectively. Those percentages are important, but we'll get back to them later. It's also one of the few hit stun animations that you can footstool your opponent out of. And scaling doesn't work on the bomb. It always does 1.2%.
Oh yeah. So something crazy about Link's bombs that most people don't know, his bombs don't stale. I mean, he said it there, but yeah, his bombs do not stale.
SDIing the bomb does work, but it really doesn't start affecting the loop until 120%, and at that point you should be killing the opponent anyways. Plus, the bomb only has about 3 frames of hit lag, making it really hard to time the SDI, and you can only get 1 input of SDI in per time the bomb hits. Also, around 150%, the bomb starts putting the opponent in a different hit stun animation, which pretty much makes the loop not work anymore.
Okay.
This loop doesn't work on every character for a few reasons. For starters, your opponent has to be facing away from you. And even if it works,
Yo, Skips, thanks for the 5 months.
When Link Z drops a bomb, it starts falling so far away from him that it's going to hit the other side of the head and make them turn around, and you're going to have to continue the loop through its entirety once they're turned around. Now, Link Z dropping the bomb really far away from himself is very good in a lot of situations, but for this loop, it's a problem because for a lot of characters, he drops it so far away that it straight up just whiffs. Plus, for this loop to work, you have to buffer
Okay, so the footstool thing that he's talking about is more situational, but the fair bear thing is, I'm pretty sure, consistent on everyone. But yeah, the footstool one just seems very inconsistent, but fair bear stuff, that's still gonna work. That's still gonna work, it's still gonna kill. Also, the window to do this, you wanna do it at lower percents, because at higher percents, it makes it harder to do it, or impossible to do it.
Z grab the bomb, and then immediately Z drop it after footstooling them. This makes it whiff on even more characters because he's even higher up and the bomb's even further away. So let's just say you have a character that this works on, like Peach. The first thing you need to do is see what the threshold is for the first footstool, because the first footstool is the highest you're gonna go, so it's the hardest to pull off. And for a lot of characters, it just doesn't work on this first footstool. For Peach, you have to release the bomb within 3 frames of picking it up for it to work. Then you have to buffer a fastfall.
Yo, thanks for the 3 months
after the bomb hits. At this point, you're on the second footstool. You don't go as high, and the loop
Inito
becomes a lot easier.
In Anito.
On the third and fourth footstools, you don't even have to fastfall. Then you get to the fifth footstool, which is the last footstool you can do because you can only footstool an opponent 5 times in a row before touching the ground. And you just buffer a fastfall, land on the ground, buffer a short hop, and then footstool.
Yo, Cheese Nugget, thanks for the prime.
Repeats.
All right, so basically he's just looping it. It's difficult. Like, if you mess with the first footstool, you're probably gonna mess up the entire thing. So that the first one's the most important one. So what he's saying.
If you start the loop right when the bomb comes out, you can do it 9 or 10 times before it blows up. Also, each rendition of the loop does 6% damage. It's important to note that it's really easy to combo after the third footstool. You can just fastfall a back air, an air, or a forward air, whatever you want, it's going to connect. And if the loop drags them to the ledge, you can use this to combo into a spike, which is really cool.
Okay, well, that's even easier than doing the fair bear
Unless
loop.
the character has a really wacky footstool animation like Mewtwo, you could pretty much only do it after blocking or parrying a back air. There's also some other very character-specific situations you can start this out of. Now, let's talk about the back air air loop.
Yeah, this one, that I feel like is more consistent to get
has
on
set
everyone.
knockback and really low landing lag. If you do it perfectly, Link will always be plus 14. They're also airborne, which means they can't shield. So it's actually plus 15 for characters that don't have frame 1 invincible moves, and plus 16 on characters that have frame 3 air dodges / kind of slow double jumps. Also, when you drag down when the first hit of his forward air, it has a decent amount of frame advantage. So I'm sure you're wondering, why not just do this second loop at all times? It's faster, and it does more damage, and it leads to that upbeat kill confirm. There's a reason for that. Remember earlier when I said hits done for the bomb scales based on the opponent's percentage? Well, this loop only starts working around 60% on taller characters and 70/80% on shorter characters. You need this extra hits done so they can't air dodge out before the forward air hits / shield before the back air hits. Transitioning from the first loop to the second loop is actually really easy. All you have to do is do 2 footstools, and then on the third footstool, you want to Z-drop the bomb like normal, back air around frame 13 or 14, and buffer a fast fall straight down. It's really important you don't drift left or right. When it hits, you want to hold up on the control stick. It's important that you have tap jump off, and then move it over to diagonal up towards your opponent. This will buffer a turnaround animation without any fear of accidentally buffering a dash. Next, short hop towards your opponent. Then you want to Z-drop the bomb around frame 8 and buffer a forward air with the control stick so you're drifting towards your opponent. Then you want to buffer a fast fall by holding down forward, and then immediately go back to forward to kind of drift as close to your opponent as possible before landing on the ground. When you land, you want to let go of the control stick and then buffer a dash forward. Hold jump and Z, like hold it, don't tap it. This will cause you to buffer a short hop bomb drop in your opponent's face, which will hit on frame 4. After the bomb drop, release, jump, and grab, and then around frame 13 or 14, buffer a back air with the C stick so it doesn't affect your aerial drift as much. Next, buffer a fast fall. You'll land right on top of your opponent so they don't get too far away from you. and this is where the loop restarts.
Yeah, switching sides. So that's actually really good, and I've actually gotten hit by that. Well, not the full infinite, but the bomb drop fair stuff. I've actually gotten hit by it because one of my friends, Scizor, he plays Link, and he's actually gotten that on me quite a few times. But basically, he'll do like the bomb drop out of shield and then punish that way, and then he'll set it up that way, because that is a way you can start the. You can start it. Z dropping is very fast, so it's like it's a very strong out of shield option. And then even then, I would say it's pretty safe. Like if the opponent shields your shield drop, you still have enough time to do stuff or whatever. But yeah, so don't think that that's not worth trying. At least I would say the second iteration is more doable, just because you do have the ability to like bomb drop out of shield and start it that way. The first one, definitely, I would say if you know that there's certain matchups you're gonna play very often, like if you know you're gonna play a lot of Peaches, you wanna infinite them, then I think it's pretty worth doing. It just depends on how many characters it works on, or at least the characters that you're playing. Like if you're playing characters that it works on consistently, then I would say try it if you have time to practice it.
This loop is super strong because of the damage output, because how fast it is, because it leads to a kill, also because it's a lot easier to set up. We already kind of talked about this before, but when Link buffers a short hop Z drop bomb, it comes out really far in front of him. This is super strong because it means he can get a really fast punish out of shield, out of parry. Just if someone whiffs a move on stage, you can run at him and hit them with it. And this starts the loop with that back air setup. The Link Discord probably has charts and stuff for all this already, so if you're interested in learning this and learning all these percentages, make sure and go check them out. I'll put the Discord link, that's hard to say, in the description.
Yeah, once again, definitely worth trying. It's really strong. It's a very fast kill setup. I mean, obviously you need the bomb, but I feel like Link players should be utilizing the bomb well anyways. What's crazy to me, by the way, guys, is that the best Link, T, he doesn't really use bomb that much. And I mean, I get why, because there's certain situations where you shouldn't use it, but I definitely feel like he could definitely just, oh my, he could do some insane stuff if he started utilizing bomb more. But I also think it's one of those things where you don't want to utilize bomb too much because you don't want to over centralize your play around it. And I get that. I do think that over centralizing bomb is bad, but then finding the balance between using bomb and then not using bomb is what you want to do. And that in itself I would think is hard. Yeah, T nairs a lot, so that's basically what he'd rather just like focus on fundamentals and, you know, nair and all that other stuff than using bomb, because he probably feels like if he tries to use bomb, he'll put too much emphasis on it, which I understand that. I think if you're the type of player who is going to over centralize certain things, it's not worth it. But I do think you should definitely try to find a balance if possible. Let's find the Isol thing now. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Link's bomb play has always been one of the most interesting parts about Smash Ultimate, and has advanced like crazy for the past few months. The techniques that will be shown here can be really hard to pull off, and most likely the very last thing you'll want to try mastering with Link after have already mastered the simplicity of him first, as these techniques can easily be what pushes him to a potential top tier. And even though they're very situational, it'll be something that you'll be able to get much more than you think. First of all, bomb loops, which will work on most of the cast, and even more reliably after around 60 to 70% depending on the character. The Z-drop can be automatic.
Okay, I'm gonna skip this part because we legit just went over it. Let's look at this actually.
And things with Z-drop down air. Or at the percents where forward air to spin attack won't combo or kill.
There's something I want to say too. Bomb at the ledge is like one of the most powerful ledge trapping tools, and it could also set up into that kind of stuff. So Link's ledge trapping for that reason is just really scary, because he could just have the bomb already there, and then the bomb's hitbox is still active. It's pretty active when you drop it. So it's like, okay, you get hit by the bomb because you're trying to get up, and then you just get spiked.
Or at the percents where forward air to spin attack won't combo or kill, you could even try going for back air into Z-drop footstool, press Z as you footstool, C-stick down to lock them, fast fall, and forward smash.
I mean, that doesn't work because they could tech, but it's still nice. Because most people don't tech. Don't tech footstools.
You can also start these setups
had
at
to show
0%
that part.
on the majority of the cast by hitting a close range boomerang, short hop Z drop nair into a short hop Z drop down air.
That's pretty gross.
Another potential kill.
I want to say this though, that boomerang up close is pretty well. The first one you throw for the boomerang, the smash boomerang for that is safe, but afterwards because of the staling, it becomes safe. Like I'm pretty sure after doing the smash boomerang once with Link, the opponent can shield grab you for doing it that close. So just be careful about that.
Confirm can be started from a full hop Z drop nair fast fall. Anything from 40 to around 70%. If the opponent doesn't DI or DIs in, you could either kill with forward air or spin attack. DIOA can still be something that Link can potentially threaten with a kill as well, just not as reliably. Anyways, to execute this, it's honestly not too hard. You jump, Z drop nair, fast fall, dash, short hop, Z drop the bomb, and footstool jump towards the blast zone, either a short footstool or a high footstool depending on the percent of course. And while footstooling, you can detonate the bomb with a very slight delay. The detonation of the bomb doesn't have to be buffered, but if you wait too long, they'll be able to shield. Either way, this is a super fun and fairly easy combo to try killing an opponent super early with.
That doesn't work. Does it actually work? What? That actually works? I like legit didn't think that would work. Good God, okay, that's even more frightening. So they're difficult, but they actually work. That's still crazy. That's even better. So like it basically just means that, okay, well, in situations where you can't get the infinite, you just loop them with nair. You can probably get the infinite, start the infinite that way, honestly. That was sick.
In theory, this means that Link can potentially start looking for kill confirms as long as the opponent is above 40% with nair Z drop into any of these combos, as well as some characters might even be at risk of death starting at 0% if they have big bodies or are floaty, as you could start things with boomerang or the strong hit of nair as well. And as precise as it seems, it's very realistic to do consistently since it's not that hard, and is actually somewhat similar both in application and difficulty as Fox's Wave Shine in Melee, as just like Z drop, Shine out of shield would also be frame 4, and most setups would start from a down air or nair into Wave Shine up smash finishers, which happens all the time.
I like how he did that because he basically just said, okay, this might look hard now, but like, look at this, like people do this consistently. So if you practice it hard, or if you practice it enough, you should be able to get it because it's similar in application to that. So I like that. He's like breaking it down like, yes, it's hard, but it's not impossible. You can do it. You just need to like put the time in to actually learn it. And that's like with a lot of stuff, you know? It looks hard now. Probably looks hard as hell for you guys now, but once you put the time in and attempt to do it more, it gets easier.
The next advanced technique is going to be the footstool Z-drop loop, which honestly has a pretty simple but very precise execution. It starts with a short footstool, Z-drop as soon as you footstool, fast fall, and footstool and double tap the Z button. Fast fall,
a video of me
footstool,
doing this?
double tap
Maybe.
the Z button, and land with back air to start a Z-drop forward air and back air.
I did stream myself trying to do
You also don't actually have to do any kind of loop. You can just simply footstool, Z-drop, fast fall, footstool again, press Z, C-stick down, and start whatever you want. Attempting a bomb loop infinite is something that in theory works against a few characters, but it's not reliable nor competitively viable at all, honestly. The footstool out of shield will be more so great to punish cross-ups, as well as it can be more beneficial at lower percents where you won't be able to Z-drop to fair or bear loop anyway, as the footstool will allow you to set up for other neat setups that also can end up killing.
That was nice. That was disgusting.
The final thing I want to talk about is the bomb ledge trap,
Yeah,
which
look at
is
that.
one of the most potent and low committal ledge traps in the game with little answers. First off, there are two ways that you can plant the bomb at the very edge. You can either down throw it and dash away, or what
I just want to point this out again. Look at how active the hitbox is.
you can plant the bomb at the very edge. You can either down throw it,
Like, look, it doesn't even, it's like barely bouncing. He still got hit. Like, look at this.
and dash away, or what I personally like to do is to short hop, Z-drop at the peak of the jump, and double jump backwards. The main reason why I personally like to do the double jump backwards is because it visually looks like the roll is a viable option that Link won't have time to cover, and so it'll condition them to go for it more, as it'll usually be the best way to get around the trap if they can. But Link will in fact always have time to cover the roll, with fastball back air 1 or nair, which will push them back into the bouncing bomb to combo for spin attack or forward smash. The down throw to dash away is still good, but it makes it a bit more clear that the opponent won't be able to roll, and honestly, you want that juicy roll. Typically, Link will only have to worry about doing 3 kinds of options with this setup: detonating, shielding, or using a grounded option such as forward tilt, up smash, or spin attack for example. As long as you time the Z-drop correctly, it'll bounce and be a hitbox for longer than the opponent's invincibility at the ledge. So if you know they want to stall, you can always detonate it.
That's smart.
And if they get away with timing their option just right, you'll still be fine and can pressure them. Detonating it early or as soon as you see any kind of movement should also be done if you keep seeing the opponent using ledge jump or double jumping in against the bouncing bomb. If you don't react to it the first few times, it's fine, as it'll just knock them off again and Link will basically just have to ledge trap on his own now. And so basically, against ledge jump, double jump, and ledge stall, you'll want to detonate the bomb. If they don't roll early and roll once Link is grounded, or if they go for regular get up, you'll simply want to either spin attack, forward tilt, or up smash.
I mean, basically, Link can cover everything. If he sets his bomb up, you're just in a horrible spot, because it's just up to the Link to properly react to what you're doing at that point. It's scary because if he has the bomb dropped there, he can literally just sit back and then just wait and see what you do, and then once the bomb hitbox stops being active, he can detonate it. The only answer I really see to this is jumping up and like grabbing the bomb with like your aerials, like drop, double jump, and then grab the bomb. But then even then, Link can still punish you for doing that. Like if he thinks you're gonna do it, he can just throw out an attack. So yeah.
And finally, if they get up attack, you'll want to block and spin attack out of shield.
Ledge jump air dodge works. I mean, even then, if they read you're gonna do that, or if they react to it, they can still punish you.
Stage instead, throwing it and detonating it, or let it bounce for the trap to begin, and try to double jump back with down air. If you hit the bomb, you'll extend the spiking frames by roughly 9 frames. And even if you don't get the spike, the bomb will be set up and ready.
So you just make it. So like doing that dare thing basically just makes it easier to get 2 frames.
You'll extend the spiking frames by roughly 9 frames.
Roughly 9 frames. That's a lot. That's a lot of time. That is a lot of time. 9 frames is 3 times as many as is active. That's insane. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so that's basically it for me talking about Link. Once again, the character has a lot of potential. There are a lot of really good Links out there, so like with many characters that have a lot of potential, I can't wait to see what Link does in the future. I'll have these linked in my video, so if you want to check these out again and watch them, I'll have them there. But yeah, that's it for the video. So if you liked it, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not yet already. It helps me out a lot. I'm trying to get to 100K subs, and I'm 3/4 of the way there, so it'll be awesome. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.